We're trying to get fit.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight.
Ed, always a pleasure to be in the booth with you. It reminds me a lot of my backcourt teammates. Actually, they were faster, could jump higher, and could shoot better. But anyway, we got a big-time matchup tonight.
You know, Jay, if you take a couple of letters and vowels away, you can go from Cohen to Duhan, just like that. And away we go. Wall to Leonard. To Wall. To Embiid. To Wall.
Hey, screen.
And 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play in him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Westbrook to Durant. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. No good, and no foul.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like his mere presence in the paint was enough to make the offensive player miss the shot before he even got off the ground.
Russ at the controls.
I got ball. I'm here. Match up.
To Towns. To Westbrook. Inside, he scores.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
Here comes the screen. Wall goes to the left side. To ANTETOKOUNMPO. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. The lead is up to 5. Holiday in possession. 5-point game. Durant scores from the post.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Wall across the timeline. Leads 3.
Screen right. On your right.
Wall to ANTETOKOUNMPO.
Screen coming.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
Giannis reminds me of Kevin Durant, and obviously their relationship has evolved even to the point where publicly KD gave him advice, and that was to play for himself. You think about the similarities, KD playing at OKC before he left for a bigger market in Golden State could be similar to the fate that of Giannis. But Giannis is a guy born of Nigerian parents, from Greece, loves small market towns, has a crack in his cell phone, likes to push a shopping cart down the aisle like anybody else. But it doesn't matter because the lights can shine bright for wherever Giannis decides to play.
Here comes the screen. Embiid to ANTETOKOUNMPO. Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Russell Westbrook with the rock. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Victor Oladipo with the slam.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Westbrook into the front court. Down 6. Not going down for him this time.
And that's how you make a difference. Every shot that the offense takes, make sure that it has a 10 as far as degree of difficulty.
Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
This offseason was the summer of Giannis. He discovered so much about the American culture, even some of the sweets. And I see his game has gotten even sweeter.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. James to Westbrook. To James. Harden knocks down the three-pointer.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Giannis with it up top. Counting down towards a minute to play here in a very tight opening quarter. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden for three. He made his first effort, but not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Russ at the controls. To Aldridge. Here comes the screen. James to Westbrook.
Cutter, coming through.
To Harden. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That one also no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws.
Oh, good shot, boy. D up, baby.
Aldridge.
Shot up. Oh, yeah, that's
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Gets off at three at the buzzer. And it's no good as time's run out here in the first quarter. That's all for this entertaining first quarter of the NBA All-Star Game. Jay and I return after this. You're watching a special presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started. Quarter. Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. To James. Here comes the screen.
Right.
James to Westbrook. Shot by Westbrook off the mark. To Leonard.
Go. Get back. Get the shooters. Watch the shooters. Get back.
To Wall.
Watch the screen.
And the finish off the nice step through. In watching John Wall, for him to be successful, you get the sense that he needs the ball in his hands most times.
He does, Ed, and there's a new age in the NBA. It's called team basketball. You equate a guard's success to how his team does. And when they're all sharing the sugar, it makes the team that much better and more efficient. For a guard who's trying to break into the elite of the elite, he will not do so until he relinquishes some of that control and he gets other players involved.
It's Russ at the controls. To Butler. To James. 4-3. Swallowed up by Drummond. Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead stands at 10. Got it.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
Across the timeline comes James. Down 12. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation.
Pick up.
Oh, yeah, go by.
Leonard to Drummond. Oladipo to Antetokounmpo.
Got him.
Oladipo. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Get down. Half court, hand caught.
Strong finish for Paul George.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Wall to Leonard from long range. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Give me stance. It's coming. Give me stance.
George. Off the mark. Well contested. Wall with it up top. The advantage is 13 points. Wall to Antetokounmpo.
Left.
Ankle breaker. Ouch. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. That has to feel deflating for the other side.
They've really came out and made a statement so far in this first half. Another powerful dunk, but another easy dunk. When are we going to see some defense?
It's Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Giannis with it up top. His team on top by 13.
Screen on your right.
Antetokounmpo to Whiteside. Rises for the slam. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
George. Not that time. He missed it. Leonard to Wall. To Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's shot no good.
If I'm the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
To Gasol. It's James. And it's Leonard there to clear the rebound. Giannis in control of the basketball. The lead is 15. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Count the basket inside.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. Pick your poison.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Harden in possession.
That's me.
Down a bundle.
Let's go. Let's play deep.
Paul George to Harden. Oh, he had him there for a second. Harden to James. To Harden. Shot clock is coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Harden. Smothering D.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Good. A 3 at the buzzer. Everything going right so far as they've extended the lead. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The East All-Stars entered the locker room at halftime with a significant lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the East All-Stars. The West have got themselves in a bad situation that seems likely to only get worse. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. Have a look at the leading scorers for the West All-Stars.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The East All-Stars have been emphasizing their three-point shooting in this matchup. Given how accurate they were in the first half, I think it's fair to expect more shots from deep in the closing half.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo was lighting up the scoreboard in the first half, and I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure out what it'll take to slow him down. He looks like he's in a zone. What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Russ at the controls to Aldridge. Inside, he scores.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game.
ISO. Oh, screen.
Giannis with it up top. His guys lead here, early stages, third quarter. To Oladipo.
Screen coming.
To Embiid. Deep right corner. Wall, they dared him, and he burns them. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
James to Aldridge. To Wall.
Get your man. Shot.
Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys down big. Harden to Towns. From the painted area, won't go down. Oladipo into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Wall to Oladipo.
I got him. Trap.
Antetokounmpo to Oladipo. Screen coming. Shot clock violation.
Shot, boy.
Time to shuffle things up. Shot stopped by Embiid.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Can't connect. Russell Westbrook with the rock to Durant. Here comes the screen. Durant to Aldridge. Durant. Cleared out by Embiid.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Lowry. That's blocked by Durant.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Durant across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Into the front court comes Wall. His guys hold a commanding lead. Wall to Leonard. To Drummond. Slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
To Lowry. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Russ at the controls. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Into the front court. It's Wall. Looking to make something happen.
Watch that cutter.
Lowry can't
I ain't
connect.
missing no more. I got ball.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Lowry. Oh, errant pass as it's taken away. Towns to Holiday.
I got ball. This is all me.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lowry with it. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Buries it on the catch and shoot. We get a whistle and a timeout as they'll take a moment to talk things over. Changes coming from both sides right now. Oh, it's rejected by Griffin.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
George hits the three-pointer.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Drummond. Oh, big finish at the rim.
You know, Ed, as a player, when I was younger, there were certain guys that you just never went around on the court. You know, the ones that just threw those random elbows, smothered you with their physicality on the block. That's Andre Drummond, the guy who leads the league in rebounding.
Not that time.
Nothing better than seeing some big hustle, player to coach.
And he throws it down. Nuclear from Blake Griffin. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Harden. Drummond snares the rebound. Now a three at the buzzer. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Ball's controlled by Lowry to Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo to Lowry.
On your right.
To Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with the slam. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Oladipo to Embiid. Nothing going here on that drive. Joel Embiid. That's usually one that he'll knock down. To Lowry. Fires the three. Can't get the bounce. To Butler. Durant. George. To Butler. Paul George. That's going to be out of bounds. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Lowry to Drummond. Lowry to Oladipo. To Leonard. Somehow finds a way to get it to go. Can't fault the D.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And easy, too, get back on defense.
Lowry has the basketball. To Drummond. He throws it down.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Shot from the lane won't go. Victor Oladipo buries it. It's a three. A whistle.
A simple touch foul.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Harden. Durant to Butler. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
And he throws it down. Big finish for Hassan Whiteside.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as a difference maker in this ballgame is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Lowry to Oladipo. To Lowry. Here comes the screen. Lowry. He's looking for that touch. Holiday controls the basketball. Down a bundle. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Runner here won't go.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you.
Whoa! What a finish!
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Uh-oh, laptop time.
Oladipo to Whiteside. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
There's something that is so impressive about what we saw this evening. Not just the shot-making ability, but the fact that not every shot came from the pocket. There were some bad passes being made, and the shots came from different places around the body, which aren't usual for the typical shot. That shot-making ability, that's something special to watch.
To Leonard. Beyond the arc for three. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it. Now their head coach signals for a timeout. He'll gather the troops and talk things over. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Durant. Not going down here.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Here comes the screen.
On your lap, here he comes.
It goes down.
VO, he may not be the superhero that Indy wanted, but he's definitely the one they need.
Deep three at the buzzer.
The East dominated this game from beginning to end. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the East. The West All-Stars did not look good in this one, and neither did the score. Losses like this become main discussion topics in the media. So hopefully this team is ready to answer the tough questions. It's not going to be fun.
Game track. Fast break points.
The West All-Stars can look back at this game and point to their poor transition defense as the primary reason for today's loss. Too often, they found themselves out of position once the outlet passes were finding their intended targets.
The All-Star Game MVP.
Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.